Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Will Patterson, back again with another video, and happy Good Friday. Today is a bank holiday, but I am in the office because Monday is also a bank holiday. Let's be honest, I'll probably be in the office on the Monday too. But I just want to say a nice, happy Good Friday to anyone. If you're a Christian like me out there, you know that this holiday means a lot to us as Christians, as it's the day where Jesus died, and it's an awesome time, and it's just great just to remember it, and I just love life. But today I wanted to talk to you with a very easy attitude today. So we're just doing an easy camera setup. We're literally just having a chat. If you can imagine us having a coffee together and you've asked me this question of how do you get clients, then I'm going to be answering or giving you some ideas and suggestions to help you and to make sure you get clients. This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Now, obviously, I have talked about this a few times before in my videos of how you could get clients, and I think it's a difficult one to answer because I don't know your situation. It's more of a sit-down thing, but I'm going to take it that you're in the freelance industry already and that you're looking to get more clients just to make more money. Or I'm going to look at you as well as someone who's just beginning and then they're trying to create work for clients, or someone who just wants to extend their prices. But before we get into the video, I just want to remind you guys to press that red subscribe button down below. And YouTube have flat out said that you probably won't see these videos pop up on your phone and on YouTube unless you press that bell button and press watch all content and be notified of it all, because there's so many people that are subscribed to everyone else. So if you want to see my content and you want to subscribe, press those two down below and make sure you share this video. The first way I would suggest to gain clients is to create a following. I've said this so many different times on my channel and everywhere else. Having a following gives you credibility. I know a bunch of people that do work similar to mine and they are better than me, or they may be just on par with me, but I'm able to get different clients because of my stature online. Having followers means that clients look at you and they give you more credibility because it's true that your work has actually been shown and more people are backing you. So I'm not saying just go out and get followers for something ridiculous. I'm talking about putting posts online of your work, like your best work, the ones that you want to do, and then once you've done that, you should get followers. And then from those followers, you'll start seeing clients picking you and making sure that they're following you, and then if they need work, they'll think of you because you're the person to do that. A great example of this is me on Instagram and on YouTube. I put out hand lettering on Instagram and I do a lot of logo design stuff on YouTube. So I get both clients, or two different types, or even the same client asking me for a logo design or hand lettering piece because of the work that they've already seen. This is just a little bonus tip on the side of creating an online following, but make sure that you're posting work not just to Behance and other things like that, or on your website. Make sure you're posting it on social media. If you're a motion designer, then put your work out on YouTube. If you're a graphic designer, put your work out on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. These things are the real place where clients are going to be on, looking for you, looking for talent. It's no good just shoving it on your website for no one to see and to no one to find you. You want people to be directed from your social media channels, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and then going to your website from there, and that is the funnel system. The second way to gain clients is a controversial one, but it can work. Free work. No one likes to look at this. I've made a video before about how you should never do free work. Now, I want you to disregard that because I went a bit ham on that. I said you should never ever do free work, but I don't think that's really true, especially now. Free work is great because you are able to do work for someone else and to really build up your portfolio. Now, the other side of that is that you're not getting paid, and there is a good chance that the person won't value it as much as if they've paid you because of that psychological aspect. The only times that I would suggest to do free work for a company is if it's a large company that they're not promoting your exposure, but they're actually giving you a chance to work with them on something, and if they're credible, because a lot of companies will ask for you to do free work, but if it's a company that I don't like, that I don't know, or if it's a person or a brand that I don't know, I'm not going to do it. For instance, I did some work for I Basically Do Work and his YouTube channel. Now he's got like, millions of subscribers on his channel, and all I asked him to do was to put my link down below in the description and tell people that I made it. Now, is that YouTuber actually making a load of money, and could he afford me? Of course he could afford me, but I really wanted to work with him and to show my ideas to him. So in the future, if we do more work together, it can be paid because I know it will pay off that way. But the difference is with I Basically Do Work is that he offered to pay me, but I didn't really want it. I just wanted to be promoted on his channel a little bit. And that's because I enjoy the work that I do and I like to give it to him as well. It was one of those projects that I wanted to do. So if someone is asking you to do free work, just make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. If they're saying we'll give you promotions, or we'll give you this for free, we'll give you exposure, and if they're really trying hard just to get something for free, then I would not work with them. But if it's a big company, say for instance Apple or Microsoft, or a huge company, or someone that you really value and you can understand, then I would work with them for free, not just because you can get more work later, but just because it's a nice thing to do and it gets you something in your portfolio. Most of the time it's not about how much you earn, but it's more about who you're working for. The third way to gain clients easily is by going out and actually showing people your work and offering your services. If you live in a city, which you most likely do, or in a large busy town, then this makes life a lot easier for you, because in your local community you'll have businesses, and in cities like New York, London, or any just big cities or towns, there are a lot of shops that will need design services. So making sure that you leave something with them, like a bit of your work, like a contact card, or making sure that they follow you on Instagram for work and showing what you can do for them, it's a great way of making sure that you'll get them as a client in the future. This can be a bit nerve-wracking when you first do it, but do not worry about it. It is absolutely fine. Just go in and ask the person who's behind the counter, or for the manager, or anyone who's there, for if you wanted to do something with them, you would love to. For instance, I've got a business card. If you ever need some design services, hit me up. I'll give you, a nice discount if you wanted to give them a discount. But this is just a way of gaining relationships. Normally in the design scene and freelance, because I work on YouTube as well and do all these sorts of things, I make a lot of contacts. Now, contacts and networking is a huge thing when it comes to making a living in design, because you will not just work with new clients all the time, you'll get some repeat business. So one of those clients could be a repeat business for 10 years. So spending the time networking like that is a great way. The fourth way is to ask online. Now this is really strange, and I've done it a few times. I can't name the clients that I've done it for, but I've seen companies that I've really wanted to do something for, whether it's lettering, and it's mostly lettering, and I've said to them on Instagram or email or wherever, mainly Instagram and email, whether we could collaborate or do something together with the hand lettering, and they said yes, and they've given me money for it, and it just works out really well. Now the great thing about doing it on Instagram is that they just check out your feed and they can see your work, your followers, and your credibility, so they'll be like, yeah, we really want to work with this person. Now on email it's a bit different because you have to link everything there, but you can tell them how many stats you've got, because that's what they're going to be looking for. They're going to be looking for your work, so make sure you send them a PDF of your work if you have one, or link them to your website or wherever. But emailing and actually asking them works. If you don't ask, you don't get. That's a motto to live by in the design scene. And the final way to gain a client is pretty easy and self-explanatory, but it is hard work, and also asking your friends and family. If you're someone starting out in the design scene and you've literally got no experience, then ask your family if you want a logo done for them. And it sounds ridiculous, but you can do that, and that is a client. Ask your friends if they've got a YouTube channel, give them a price and then design them something on there. Use contracts and everything else, get your experience up to scratch in the design industry and how it all works. If you go to a church, ask your local church if you could do some work with them, or offer them your time and expertise to do some lettering, logo design, or whatever. Offer them that time to gain experience, because really when you're doing work for friends and family and doing free work, your payment is learning and you're gaining an experience. And the great thing about that is that you can guarantee to be paid in free work through experience, because you're going to experience that. Whether this project was a success or a failure, you can take what you've learned in that success or that failure, and you can take that as your payment. Not financially, but it's a great payment because it'll enable you to get financially paid in the future. And the last and very last tip I would give you guys is to have a nice website. Now, having a nice website goes without saying. If you're a designer with a HTML website with Comic Sans spilled all through it and it looks terrible, it's not conforming to any sort of system, then you need to not be a designer. Now, I'm only kidding. All you need to do is go to squarespace.com, who is sponsoring this video. I am a designer, as you already know and have guessed, and I use squarespace.com as my website provider, where I build my website, sell my brushes, show my portfolio, which needs to be updated, which it will be updated soon, so I'll link it down below when it is updated. You can create so many cool things, and there's so many professional templates on Squarespace, and it's super cheap to run. You don't need to be a wizard to make something really nice on there, and I've been using Squarespace for like years now, so they are awesome. The great thing for you guys about having a Squarespace website is when you put your work down there in the portfolio, you can actually show them the contact page. They can easily just contact you straight from the website. They don't have to remember any emails or numbers. It's all there, and you have like this awesome email system that can be brought and forwarded to your email. It just works so seamlessly, and I use it all the time. If you'd like a 7-day free trial and 10% off Squarespace, please click that link down below. It would help me out with this channel. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you enjoyed it. Make sure you press the turn notification button on, and I'll catch you in the next one. Good Friday, and have a nice Easter weekend. See you soon.